when I first found out I was pregnant, there were some things about pregnancy and having a mom that I was kind of skeptical about and unsure of. I wasn't sure how being pregnant and being a mom was going to change me, and so there was kind of an anxiety there. And so I'm doing this video for any new mommies, new ladies who just found out that they are pregnant and they kind of feel the same way. They're wondering what's coming up ahead, what about me is going to be different, will I be the same? Stuff like that. Maybe that's not a worry for you, but that's definitely something that was on my mind. So here are 6 ways that being pregnant and having a child has changed me, and I would say for the better. So I got a list just so I don't go on forever, but the first way I really noticed that pregnancy was changing me was that the pain and discomfort of pregnancy, I'm sorry, but there are some discomfortable parts and painful parts of pregnancy. Maybe it won't be the same for you, but I definitely experienced some of those things. But the pain and discomfort helped me empathize more with those who suffer physically and mentally. So as I just mentioned, there are some points in my pregnancy, before the kid came, like before I had birth, that I experienced tremendous pain. I remember one part of my pregnancy, and this is partly my fault. I took some milk of magnesium to help me clean out, because in pregnancy you get constipated easily. And so I think that taking that really agitated my body and made me have cramps, like really bad cramps. There was 3 days where I did not sleep. I could barely eat. I don't think I ate. If I ate, it was crackers and water. If I could keep it down, because I kept throwing up as well. But it hurt so bad. I could not sleep. Maybe this is TMI, but I had to literally squat in the tub just to poop. And it hurt so bad. So I'm sorry if you didn't want to hear that, but just letting you know. So there's obviously too, as you progress in your pregnancy, you have limitations. You can't do the same thing you used to do. You can't run the same pace you used to run. And so there were times I would try to go to the grocery store and try to shop for groceries, but I was in so much pain that I had to decide to use the little cart to drive myself around the store. And so all of the physical pain really got me thinking more about people's circumstances, different people who are struggling with illnesses and things that are more permanent than pregnancy, than the limitations that come with being pregnant. When you're pregnant, you do things, embarrassing stuff, like you pee on yourself because your bladder is different. Just all those kind of things really got me thinking about other people's circumstances and how that would affect my faith if that was my condition. And also it made me, I think, more compassionate about people's circumstances. Not that I was against people who have an illness or something, but there's something about when you go through it yourself or you experience something yourself that kind of makes you more, aware and more, pay attention more to those types of things for people. And I feel like that helped me to become more a better servant to people when I can now, because I kind of understand a little bit of their frustrations. Mentally, there was some pain as well. I, in my first trimester, went through antenatal depression. A lot of people know about postpartum depression. Postpartum, that word by itself, or those words by itself, just means basically after the baby is born, after the pregnancy is over. And antenatal is, before the baby is born. So antenatal depression happens before, the baby is born. And so that was something I experienced. Mostly I just didn't, I guess for me, the depression looked like a very strong lack of motivation to do anything, to want to work, to want to get up and go places. I just kind of like slept a lot, rested a lot, but I was very down. And a lot of people experience that postpartum, but it does happen antenatal, or before the pregnancy is finished. And so if that's something you experience or that you're going through, I just want to say, like, don't feel like you can't reach out and get help. Hopefully you're speaking with your spouse, if your spouse or your partner who's involved. Hopefully you have a spouse. But if you don't, I would just pray that you would find a support group, maybe from just loved ones in your family or your church family, to rally around you, because that's not something you should go through alone. And that's definitely not something that I went through alone. And if you want to know more about how I handled my antenatal depression, you can listen to the episode in the Purpose and Purity podcast. There's an episode on dealing with depression. And so you can just listen to the steps and things I took in that episode in the playlist. But overall, that pain and discomfort from being pregnant really opened my eyes to the reality that, like, people have they have problems. Not everybody is struggling with depression or some kind of chronic illness or something like that, but it made me more sensitive to those type of struggles. And I think that's a good thing. So the second thing that happened, or the second way that pregnancy changed me, was that my dependency on God really grew. And so I say that because when you get ready to have a child, you kind of think about all the stuff that's going on in the world. You think about everything that could go right, everything that could go wrong when you're delivering, all those different variables in life that you have absolutely no control over. Like, you can do the best that you can, but really you can't even do the minimum as, like, just to ensure that your pregnancy is healthy and it actually follows through. It happens. I had an acquaintance that I knew. She was almost getting ready to go into labor any moment, but then she lost the baby, like, out of nowhere. And so there's just so much uncertainty, and there's a potential to let fear really, like, take over. But I just really encourage, if you feel like that, or if that's something you've been thinking about too, to really just bring that, confess it to the Lord, and then, again, seek out your support group, wherever that may be. Hopefully you got some wise people in your church that you can speak with about this. But yeah, you really have to, like, let it go and give it to God, because otherwise you'll just lose your mind. So, like, for me, like, it really helped me understand even more. Like, I know I can't even control the things that happen in my own life, let alone trying to control the things that happen in my baby's life. And I want to, but I just can't. And so my dependency on God is growing, because I'm recognizing that. And I'm gonna make a habit, Lord willing, to be praying for my child and fasting for my child and trying to do the best I can, be the best example I can, because all I can do is the best I can do, and leave the rest to God. And so really, my dependency is growing. So I'd say the third way, and these are in no particular order, but the third way that being pregnant and having a baby has changed me is that my respect and appreciation for my own mother has grown. So my story is, I've been mostly raised by a single mother. Gerald, my husband, he had both his parents growing up, but maybe whether you had a single mother or a single father or both parents at all, like just going through pregnancy alone. First of all, pregnancy in and of itself, going through that it's uncomfortable at times. You're not really, you have to share your body with somebody else, and there's a lot of I'm not saying that the limitations that you have aren't worth it, but there are changes that you have to go through to have a baby, and some of them can be extreme and some of them can be mild, whatever. But I just respect my mom so much. Like my respect for her has really grown and deepened thinking about her going through the experience of being pregnant by herself. Like for me, just even having my spouse, even having Gerald alongside of me, it's been hard. I can't imagine, especially going through antenatal depression without having Gerald by my side. And I can't imagine just like all the things. My mom still went to work even while she was pregnant. I can't imagine her going through all that just to have me. And so it's incredible. I don't know, that really blows my mind. And we just had Gabrielle on November 16th, and it's only like the 27th now, so I've only had her for 10 days. But going through the cycle of like not really getting a lot of sleep and having to do the little sacrifices, not that the sacrifices aren't worth it, and the sacrifices that are to come. Like I really respect my mother so much more, like, and like am so much more thankful to her, like me treating my baby and loving on my baby, and then just envisioning my mom doing the same for me. It's like crazy. So the fourth thing, which really blew my mind, if you knew me at all, you know I'm very ambitious. I'm very always doing something. It's literally hard for me to sit down and not do anything at all. It's difficult. So this fourth one blew my mind. But another way that I've changed is that I found that my desires in life, like I feel like right now a simple life is more appealing. I used to think, and I still have dreams that I'm planning on pursuing, but they don't matter to me as much anymore, as far as like if I couldn't get them, I'm not gonna be so upset. But right now I just feel like to be my husband's wife and to be Gabrielle's mom is really a joy and enough for me, if that makes any sense at all. Like I want to write books and publish traditionally. I got some self-published books out, things like that. But I want to like go and do all these crazy things, and I'm going to keep, going for them. But they're just not as important to me anymore as seeing Gabrielle's milestones, or with Gerald, like loving on her and being a family and making memories together. So maybe that's something that'll change for you too. If you're as crazy and always busy as I am, it's really cool. I don't know how to describe it. So number 5 is kind of connected to number 4. And it's gonna sound cliche, but I'm telling you, it's the truth. Now I can't speak for everybody because everybody is different. But when I first saw Gabrielle, I fell in love at first sight. And it's crazy, like I don't know how to describe it to you, but when you have a child and you see that child and you hold that child for the first time, it's like, I love you. Like, oh my gosh, like you are incredible. I love it. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, you just stinking love the kid and you just want to do the best you can. That's why these folks making money off us new mommies, because they know we want to go to the store and buy all the stuff for the baby and do all the crazy things and take them to Disney World, all that stuff, whatever. But yeah, like just be prepared to love somebody a lot. Love this kid, your kid, a lot. And number 6, which is also another mind-blowing thing to me, Number 6 is I feel like I understand God's love more. And this is so crazy because it's like literally like when you are taking care of your kid, like I don't care. Me and Gerald, I used to think, for me personally, breastfeeding was disgusting. I did not want to breastfeed. I thought it looked weird and like animalistic or something. Like, I know, yeah, we're mammals, blah, blah, animals, whatever. But I've never grew up seeing people breastfeed. So to me, it was just like, ugh. And Gerald just like, he did not want to change diapers. He's just not a fan of poop. And so like, anyways, we have Gabrielle. And you know what? Like, none of those things matter to us at all. Like, I like breastfeed Gabrielle whenever she needs it. Don't mind me. And Gerald cleans up poop around the clock. And it's just crazy, like, it's just crazy how much like you don't care about the like nasty parts or the unlovable parts. You just love your kid so much. And so for me, experiencing that and just thinking about like how like God loves us still despite our sin, despite our flaws. And it's the same way with a parent. You know, Gabrielle's gonna grow up and she's gonna do things and we're gonna have to discipline her when she makes mistakes and show her the right way, but she's our kid and we love her. And like holding your child and loving on your child and just understanding that this is the way that God loves me, it's crazy. I don't know, it's just amazing. Like, it really makes you feel like you understand God a whole lot more. And so I don't know, that just really blessed me and made me feel like, wow, whoa, God is amazing. That it's amazing we even get a chance to partner with him in creating life. But yeah, so those were the 6 ways that being pregnant and having a child has changed me. Now, I left out the funny ones. And I left out, obviously, I'm sure there'll be more in the future, but I think these 6 are enough to reassure anybody who's like, any Christian mommy, new Christian mommy, who's thinking like, man, how is this gonna impact my life? And hopefully it really gets you excited about the future and what's to come, because it's gonna be alright. You're gonna be a good parent. You know, you just keep doing the best you can, listen to your doctor's advice, you know, obeying God's word, you know, surrounding yourself with positive people who are who love the Lord and who are good parents, or just, you know, your friends who are just really good parents and that'll believe in you. You're gonna be a great parent, and you just keep loving the Lord first, putting him first, and man, God is gonna change you and gonna show you some remarkable things in your pregnancy and in parenthood. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave a like and hit that subscribe button. If you want to, leave down, if you've already been a parent or you have more questions about being a new mommy, go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section below. Alright? See you next time on the Life Before Eternity channel.